How's it going? So I want to very quickly address. So there are like people like Cardone, like Musk, Trump, and they're like, oh, they are like haters and they're flaming me because they're jealous of my success. They're haters, man. Right? I want to very quickly address that there are people that are equal, if not superior, to their success. No one flames them. The reason why these guys get flamed is simply because they're idiots. Or they're doing some weird shit that is damaging to the society and people don't like it. Not because of their success. I'll give you an example. Like some people, oh, they're flaming me because, like Cardone, like this guy Gary V, influencers like Musk and all those shitters like Trump. They're like, oh, it's because I'm so successful, right? Ryan George has like 2 million subscribers. He's a comedian. He does the pitch meetings. You don't see me making a video shitting on Ryan George, right? Because there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. He creates entertainment, right? The problem with these shitters is they're scamming people, right? The problem, and the good thing about these people, they are doing their thing. It's successful, it's entertaining, it's a force of good, and they are successful. I would be jealous of these guys, right? Because they have achieved success without doing the scamming part. That is difficult, right? Another one will be in here, Travis Media. Travis Media, I think it's called, right? He has like 2 million subscribers or like 1 million subscribers, and he does like programming tutorials. Like, you don't see me making videos shitting on Travis Media, do you know what I mean? So like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Beyonce, like singers, they have like bazillion followers. Not only are they successful on YouTube, they're also successful on radios. They're also successful on talk shows. Like, you don't see me making video about Beyonce, do you know what I mean? Or Lady Gaga, or LeBron James, right? Because they're just doing their thing. Dr. Anthony Fauci, my apologies if I'm pronouncing it correctly, like the guy in the White House, this guy here, he's just doing his thing, you know, and they're like, that's what celebrity is supposed to be like. It's somebody who is a force of good, and they are definitely a symbols that somebody wants to strive towards, right? As opposed to and there you see, like, when you think about them, they give you a purpose and direction that has a lot of positive energy in it, right? Whereas these shitters are just like, yeah, they're just all about flexing on you, or some scamming you, or doing some freaking bullshit that is just gonna annoy the shit out of people in the long term, right? Irish president Michael Higgins, right? Michael D. Higgins, man, he just melts my heart. He just like, he's there for people. He is there visiting schools in like communities that are, because there are some villages where there's like 400 people or like 1,000 people, and he's there with them. You know, he's like encouraging them, science and like projects and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Again, like, you don't see YouTube. You don't see, for example, one sec. You see, like Chris, for example, Chris Nolan. He makes a lot of videos on like scammers. CoffeeZilla is another one. You do not see Chris, CoffeeZilla, or there's another guy. What's his name? Yeah, like Scott Schaefer is another one. Then there is CoffeeZilla. Well, CoffeeZilla is probably the most famous one. CoffeeZilla is another one. Then Scott Schaefer, Chris Norland, who would be another one. He's not very active, but he used to be. Mike Winnett, he's another one. He like exposes a lot of scammers, and he makes fun of like Elon Musk and stuff like that. Thundertooth is another one. He also exposes scammer a lot, right? You can see his entrepreneur bingo is very, very fun. So like, when these guys are saying, oh, it's like, it's because no, right? The reason why they get flamed is because they're scammers, right? Like I'll give you a very very good example. Like Thunderfoot is a scientist, right? And then there is a dude on YouTube. What's his name? Undecided, right? This guy here. I probably have him banned. Let me see if I can find him. Yeah, I had to go into because he's banned basically. Oh, this guy. Okay, he has no science ability to do science whatsoever, right? But he pretends he does. Right? So he's all about appearance and presentation and absolutely nothing in terms of substance. Right? And the problem I have with the beef I have with these guys is because they cause too much damage to be left unchecked, if that makes sense. Like League of Legends is the same as these guys as well, like because like he told people that there is a carbon extraction machine and you don't have to worry about carbon emissions, so now people are gonna be less careful with carbon emissions, right? And like he says, oh, we're just gonna plant a couple of trees and everything is gonna be fine. Dude, like, no. Trees are not very effective at carbon extraction. And when trees die, they release all the carbon back in the air. You need just, like, if you do the maths, I'll link in the description below, like, a Thunderfoot video on this. I think there was, like, a tree team, like Mr. Beast was doing it. It was just a PR stunt. They planted like 20 million trees or something. Like, it was so... Like, I understand what they're doing, it's good. I would welcome this, right? But you have to understand, just to offset carbon emission of America alone, you need to plant 40 million trees per day. Just think about the number, 40 million trees per day. And that's not the worst part. The worst part, you have to assume that they grow to their maximum capacity within a full day, which is not true. Most trees, it will take them like 10 years or 20 years before they reach their maximum carbon capacity. And then, if they die, they release carbon back into the air. So we're back to square one. So that's not a solution. But these guys are just promoting... My apologies, one sec. Yeah, so these guys are just promoting this absolute garbage. And because they're so good at scamming and presenting, people actually believe them. Gullible people believe them. Right? And they don't hold accountability at all. Because they say, oh, YouTube is just like entertainment channel, you know? Well, then just stop pretending to be a scientist. Stop pretending to be a doctor. Alright? So, like Donald Trump, for example, he told people COVID-19 is a hoax and you don't have to worry and you don't have to wear masks. As a result, how many hundreds of thousands died? Even though scientists told him, dude, like, well, Donald Trump, like, he's not the smartest guy, basically, anyway. But you see, like, they want the benefits, but they don't want accountability, right? So, then he also said that global warming is not a problem. Donald Trump, he also said global warming is not a problem. And now it's a bit of a problem right now. Anyways, I hope you understand the message. So when some scammer is trying to sell you his course, his book, whatever, and then he says, oh, and he gets flamed online for being a scammer or for doing some weird shit. Most of the time they just scam people. It's not, they get flamed not because they're successful, not because they have money, status, wealth, because there are a lot of people who have achieved equal and better success than they have. And they don't get flamed, right? So it's not their mansion or the Lamborghini that gets flamed. It's because they are shitters, right? And that's about it. Take care.